for those who are new to the process improvement SIG or you haven't had much interaction with us, this is basically what we stand for. We have our mission, which is to be the organization of choice for process improvement talent and serve as a consulting arm for NSBE. We ultimately have three parts to our mission. One is to build the presence of subject matter experts within various industries within process improvement, to ensure that process improvement SIG leverage the latest and greatest in industry tools, and then partnering with organizations to expand the presence of the process improvement SIG. So that's ultimately what you guys should see throughout this presentation, is us living through our vision and our mission.
All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our event this afternoon. We are the Process Improvement SIG for the National Society of Black Engineers. I have recently just came on board about a month ago as the Communications Director. And since then, we have added a few other members on the board. Our Social Media Coordinator, Stephanie Alika, who has been doing a tremendous job getting our information out there into the NSBE community and further. This is a slide that shows our leadership team, our board this year. Advisor for the SIG is on the meeting this afternoon as well, Brian Jackson. And he's done an awesome job filling our board and reaching out to all of us NSBE members who are participating on the SIG this year.
Our third panelist is Ms. Precious Forrest, who currently works for Northrop Grumman as a business process analyst. In this role, she has integral in training and coaching teams on core lean principles, such as 6S, waste elimination, root cause analyses, and process improvement. Prior to Northrop Grumman, Precious served as a process development engineer, where she was responsible for process design and improvements for optimization and cost effectiveness for global home care products. She holds an undergraduate degree in chemical engineering and Missouri University of Science and Technology. Welcome, Ms. Forrest, and could you please share with the room what certifications you have?
So I am Greenbelt certified, but I'm Greenbelt certified at my previous organization. So now I'm in the process of going through ASQ to become Greenbelt certified externally, so that can span across a broader area. And I'm the baby of this panel of just now getting started in Six Sigma. So I'm looking forward to learn a lot from the panelists, as well as give my point of view from me just starting out.
Well, everyone can learn from you as well. Our next question is, what are the biggest improvement related opportunities you see in your organization or in the industry?
So for me, within my organization now, we're just now trying to transform into becoming a more agile organization. And the hardest thing about that is the culture shift. So you have a lot of individuals that have been with the company for almost 40 years. And so they're stuck in this mindset of this is how we've always done things. And so sometimes as I'm coming in and I'm identifying potential areas for process improvement or just the analyses, it's kind of hard, like changing people's minds. So just with those relationships, as was stated earlier, like identifying those key stakeholders, and then also as you're going through the interviewing process, as you're interviewing like your operators and things like that, those will also be very key individuals for you as you begin to go through the process improvement journey. And so that's the biggest thing that I've seen, just that culture shift of trying to identify potential areas, and then also the sustainability piece. So my company, they have been introduced to lean methodologies. However, it's kind of like it has been the flavor of the week. And it's trying to make sure that we really key into those methodologies to everyone, including the operators out on the floor. And like I said, sometimes just breaking through that barrier has been hard. Within the industry, just with us being in a digital age, I think we have a different focus as well. So now everything is very, of course, it's data driven and generally, but however, we have other tools outside of Excel, like things like Tableau that we can begin to utilize. So sometimes, depending on how computer savvy some of your stakeholders may be, some of that can be intimidating to individuals. So learning, trying to make sure that you are very sharp in your interpersonal skills will kind of allow you to begin to kind of break those barriers. So that's some of the things that I've been working on, and I've only been at my new company at least 8 months now. And so just identifying those key areas has been, it's been great. It's also been difficult, but like I said, just like we said before, building those key relationships for me has been integral in growing.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this very special event. I am Lisa Scuderi, and I am a process safety specialist at BSF, as well as the chair of the chapter of Women Manufacturing, Texas chapter. Tonight, we have a very exciting event where the Texas chapter of Women Manufacturing is partnering with the Process Improvement Special Interest Group of the National Society of Black Engineers to bring you an educational panel discussion, Allies of Women in Manufacturing. Many companies and individuals are talking about diversity and inclusion around the world. An inclusive workplace is one where each of us feels valued and appreciated for our authentic selves. Our panelists tonight will help us navigate what it means to be an ally. They will share their stories, wisdom, and hard-earned lessons on allyship. Hopefully, by the end of this panel, each of us walks away with more knowledge of how to be an effective ally, as well as more confidence to make a difference in society. I'm here tonight with my co-host, Monique Lake, lead science teacher at Harper Woods High School, director of communication for NSBE Process Improvement Special Interest Group, and treasurer for the NSBE Detroit Professionals. To tell you a little bit more about the National Society of Black Engineers, I'm honored to introduce to you Monique Lake to get us started.
So what is NSBE? Our acronym stands for, of course, the National Society of Black Engineers. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. It was founded in 1975. And we promote the aspirations of collegiate, pre-college students and technical professionals after graduating from their respective universities in engineering and technology and many areas of STEM. And to date, we have about 515 active chapters, 288 collegiate chapters, 82 professional chapters, and 145 pre-college chapters around the U.S. and across other areas of the world. So nearly 16,000 members across U.S., Africa, and other parts of the world. And, you know, we are very inclusive of our other minority brothers and sisters who are out there who are looking for an organization such as NSBE to be a part of. And our mission is to increase the number of culturally responsible Black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and positively impact the community. And some of our objectives, we have many, but just a few of them are to definitely stimulate and develop interest in various engineering disciplines and areas of STEM. We try to increase minority students who are looking to be successful in their undergraduate and graduate levels of their educational process. We also like to encourage members to seek advanced degrees, and we do have many members who have PhDs in STEM and STEM education and other areas of technology. We also like to promote the awareness of engineering opportunities for Blacks and other minorities in related professions. And we definitely want to function as a body that develops the careers of our professionals and promotes those continued education experiences. Some of our signature programs, which includes our special interest groups, that the Process Improvement Special Interest Group happens to be a part of, is just one of the areas that we want to promote events and projects and other initiatives in these areas of STEM, some of which are aerospace, energy, you see process improvement, that's who we are, healthcare innovation, public policy, transportation, and also women in science and engineering.
Tonight we have four, as you can see, we have four very special guests. I'm proud to introduce you to our panelists for Allies of Women in Manufacturing. All right, let's get started. So the first question, what does being an ally mean to you? And what advice would you give to someone be a better ally?
The best way someone could be an ally is ensuring that you don't tone police. And sometimes that's like, oh, you're being emotional, or calming down to get your point across and dissociating emotion versus a point. So allowing a person to be their full self, whether they're passionate about an idea, and not making it more comfortable for you to get their point across, but really accepting that person as they are. I think that is the thing I would add to what everyone said.
Thank you. Awesome, Bill. Thank you, Diamond.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I hope you all can hear me. I want to first of all thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and being part of this discussion. We're very excited to be able to present this event for you. Tonight's meeting is an example of great collaboration and teamwork. We have four powerhouse organizations, SAE, SWE, SHIP, and NSBE. So let's go ahead and start off with Ms. Katrina.
Hello there. My name is Katrina Barhouse. I work as a ride control systems engineer at Walt Disney Imagineering currently, but I'm here representing SWE LA. I am their VP of Outreach this year. And so, but I've been involved with SWE for the last 10 years or so since my days as a student. So very excited to be able to participate in this panel session with everyone today, this evening, and share a bit of our experience. So I am an electrical engineer from the Milwaukee School of Engineering in Wisconsin, is where I went to school, and I have my master's degree in control systems. And I started out my career in, I've had the ability to work in a lot of different industries since I graduated school in 2009. And started out with the Komatsu Mining Corporation in Wisconsin, working with the autonomous technology for their surface mining equipment, and transitioned to a role working also with autonomous technology, but for a Oshkosh Corporation in Wisconsin, a defense contractor. And in there also, I worked for my undergrad university in their STEM department, working in outreach for a very short period of time. And now I've been with Walt Disney Imagineering for the last 2 years, working on new rides for the parks. So have gone through a few different transitions, and my career started out, some of you might remember, and our economy wasn't really the greatest in 2009 when market started to crash, and I was experiencing some challenges there with a lot of my classmates at the time, trying to find a new position and started our careers. So just happy to share any experience that I have with you guys today, and looking forward to the discussion.
I hope that the panelists heard that, and you can start figuring out why we picked Katrina. When you talk about someone who's had like military defense contracting, mining, and somehow goes work for a fun place like Disney, obviously there was some pivoting and some transitions there. Not to mention the experience of having started in the last downturn that we had here. So hopefully the pieces are starting to come together. So Katrina, welcome tonight. Look forward to having a discussion with you and you sharing more of your story. Katrina, I kind of want to ask you, I want you to go back in time and think about when you were still trying to get that first opportunity, when you were still trying to decide which way that you wanted to go with your career. What advice would you give yourself when you were first starting your career that you didn't know but know now?
Oh my gosh, there's probably a lot of things. I think there's a few things. Most importantly, I think what I've noticed is that take myself back to when, as a student just starting out my career, you think that you have to have a plan, the plan figured out. You have to have your roadmap figured out. and that it's going to be pretty straightforward, or that you should know what industry or area you want to go into. And like most of us have probably figured throughout our career so far, that's very rarely the case. And you can't really predict what turns your career is going to take you to. And so to really look for the opportunities that come your way from what you can learn from each of those opportunities, even if it didn't fall within what you expected you would see yourself doing. But I think to that point, something I would recommend to myself or to students now as you're starting in a new company or new position is to learn from that company's expertise. Every company has a different bread and butter. Each company is going to be, the best in the industry at what they do. And even if it's not what you expected you would be doing, you have a really unique opportunity to learn from their best practices, to learn from their industry, to learn from that area, and to help you grow into where you'd like to go. And I think the other thing I would recommend is to try and a little bit along the lines of what Brian was saying, in going outside of your skill set, to try and help others on your team or that might approach you as much as you can, and to contribute the most you can to your project or to that company, to their mission, because ultimately it's always going to be about contributing to that company's mission towards helping their customer, towards making the best product that you can, and remembering that things are not necessarily about myself or about any team member in particular, but about our cumulative effort and dedication to that end goal, and helping out as much as we can is something I would really recommend to anyone starting out.
It sounds like you would have a very long coffee talk with yourself and talk about patience and longer term view and kind of looking a little bit at what the opportunities are.